Fantasy loves underdogs. This list celebrates losers, nobodies, and mocked weaklings who grind, snap, and ascend into absolute menaces, breaking worlds, egos, and power systems while narrators scream, laugh, and cope loudly online together. Number 10. Loner Life in Another World. Haruka wakes up in another world already defeated by social interaction. While classmates grab flashy cheat skills, he gets leftovers, scraps, and the universe's shrug. Internally, he panics. Externally, he pretends he doesn't care. "I'm fine alone," he mutters, definitely lying. Forced into isolation-based skills, Haruka accidentally becomes terrifying. Traps, survival tactics, absurd efficiency. He's not strong because he wants power. He's strong because he hates group projects. Bandits underestimate him and immediately regret breathing. Monsters charge and simply disappear. Haruka's inner monologue is constant self-doubt, but his actions scream apex predator. He doesn't flex, doesn't boast, doesn't even notice he's broken the balance. He just wants peace and quiet. Unfortunately, the world keeps poking the quiet guy with a stick, and every time it does, it learns the same lesson. The loner wasn't weak, he was just unsupervised. Number 9. Ugly Mug, Epic Fighter. Shigeru looks in a mirror and the universe laughs. Ugly face, cursed stats, and a goddess who sends him off like defective merchandise. Internally, he's furious. Externally, he's already swinging. His strength stat skyrockets while everything else nosedives, turning him into a walking glitch. Enemies mock him. "You're hideous," they sneer. He answers with one punch. Buildings fold, monsters explode. Shigeru doesn't monologue, he vents through violence. Every fight is therapy. Every victory is petty revenge against reality itself. He knows he's not charming, not blessed, not chosen. He's just stronger than everyone else by an unreasonable margin. Allies fear him. Enemies fear him more. The joke stops being funny once he starts moving. Ugly Mug isn't about growth, it's about raw dominance. The world didn't want him pretty. Fine. He'll be unforgettable. Number 8. I'm a noble on the brink of ruin, so I might as well try mastering magic. Liam is born into nobility already doomed by debt, politics, and generational incompetence. He could cry. Instead, he studies magic like his life depends on it, because it does. Initially weak, overlooked, and quietly panicking, Liam narrates every step with logical dread. "If I fail, we die," is his motivational speech. Magic responds frighteningly well. Too well. His control sharpens, his spells escalate, and suddenly the ruined noble is rewriting magical common sense. Rivals scoff until castles start evaporating. Liam doesn't chase power for glory. He wants stability. Ironically, that makes him terrifying. His calm, calculated casting feels surgical, almost cruel. Internally, he's still the anxious kid counting coins. Externally, he's a magical prodigy, dismantling systems built to crush him. The world tried to bankrupt him. He responded with overwhelming magical debt collection. Number 7. I'm the evil lord of an intergalactic empire. Liam believes he's becoming an evil tyrant. The universe hears competent leader and runs with it. Reincarnated into space nobility, he starts weak, politically clueless, and paranoid about betrayal. His inner thoughts are pure cynicism. Trust no one, exploit everything. Somehow, every ruthless decision improves lives. His empire flourishes, his enemies collapse, his power snowballs into galactic dominance. Liam thinks he's failing upward as a villain. Everyone else thinks he's a visionary god-emperor. His combat ability, resources, and influence grow absurdly large, but the comedy never stops. He overprepares, overthinks, and overpowers everything by accident. Fleets bow. Assassins die confused. Liam just sighs, assuming it'll all collapse tomorrow. It doesn't. He starts weak, scared, and suspicious. He becomes overpowered, feared, and worshipped against his will. Evil has never been this productive. Number 6. Headhunted to another world, from salaryman to Big Four. Denosuke starts as a corporate nobody whose greatest skill is endurance. Then demons recruit him like a LinkedIn prospect. Weak body, normal mind, zero combat instincts, just management experience. Internally, he's screaming. Externally, he negotiates. His power doesn't explode instantly, it compounds. Strategy, delegation, and battlefield logistics turn him into a monster behind the scenes. Armies move because he said so. Generals listen. Enemies collapse under optimized warfare. Denosuke realizes strength isn't swinging swords, it's making others swing better. Eventually, magic, authority, and combat ability catch up, turning him into a literal powerhouse. He still thinks like a salaryman, calculating costs and losses mid-war. The demons wanted a leader. They got an empire optimizer. He didn't level up through battles alone. He leveled up by turning chaos into quarterly results. Number 5, let this grieving soul retire. Cry is weak. Everyone knows it, especially Cry. Unfortunately, the world thinks he's a legendary mastermind. Internally, he's panicking, begging to retire, and avoiding danger. Externally, every coincidence turns into a masterstroke. His allies are monsters, his reputation snowballs, his enemies self-destruct trying to outplay him. Cry's plans are mostly misunderstandings and survival instincts, yet they result in flawless victories. Over time, resources, influence, and fear make him untouchable. He remains physically unimpressive but strategically overpowered. His inner monologue is pure anxiety. This will get me killed. It never does. He wants rest. The world gives him legends. By the time Cry realizes he's become unstoppable, it's too late. Retirement is impossible. The weakest man alive accidentally became the most dangerous. Number 4, the unaware Atelier master. Kurt believes he's mediocre. Everyone else believes he's a god. Weak combat ability, no confidence, and zero awareness of his own talent define his early days. He crafts tools casually, tools that shatter logic. Weapons rewrite warfare. Items perform miracles. Kurt just shrugs. Isn't this normal? Internally, he's humble to a fault. Externally, kingdoms depend on his work. His power isn't in fists but creation. As demand rises, so does his influence, protection, and accidental authority. Enemies don't target him, they worship or fear him. Kurt never realizes how overpowered he's become, even as the world reorganizes around his atelier. He starts weak, overlooked, and underestimated. He ends as an untouchable cornerstone of civilization. The scariest part? He still thinks he's average. Number 3, that wild last boss appeared. Lufus begins trapped inside a game world as the final boss herself, except she's missing her full power. Initially weakened and hunted, she's forced to rebuild from scraps. Internally, she's furious. Externally, she's calculating. Every battle restores fragments of her terrifying strength. Heroes attack. They lose. Armies form. They vanish. Lufus doesn't grow emotionally. She grows apocalyptically. Her presence warps politics, magic, and fate. She remembers the ending. She refuses it. The world throws everything at her, and she answers with escalating annihilation. Weakness was temporary. Overpowered is her default state. Watching the world panic as she regains herself is pure spectacle. The final boss didn't wait for the endgame. She started early and rewrote everything. Number 2, a gatherer's adventure in Isekai. At first, Takeru is pathetic. No combat skills, no flashy magic, just gathering. He picks herbs while others slay dragons. Internally, he questions his worth. Externally, he keeps grinding. Slowly, his gathering skill breaks the economy, crafting, and progression system. Rare items become common. Broken resources stack endlessly. His stats quietly inflate. By the time anyone notices, Takeru is untouchable. Monsters can't kill him. Supplies never run out. His utility turns into dominance. He doesn't seek power, but power follows efficiency. Takeru becomes the backbone of every operation, the man everyone depends on. Weak beginnings, unstoppable end. The world learns a harsh truth. Logistics wins wars. Finally, at number 1, solo leveling. Sung Jinwoo starts as humanity's weakest hunter, entering dungeons expecting death. Internally, he's desperate, bitter, and tired of being useless. Then the system appears. Pain becomes progress. Every fight reforges him. His growth is violent, relentless, and unfair. Weakness evaporates, shadows rise, enemies become resources. Jinwoo stops surviving and starts dominating. His inner thoughts sharpen alongside his blades, cold, focused, ruthless. Guilds tremble, nations negotiate, gods take notice. He doesn't boast, he doesn't hesitate. He walks forward, and everything else adapts or dies. From E-rank trash to world-ending force, his ascent is brutal and iconic. This isn't a comeback story. It's a warning. Ignore the weakest man long enough, and he'll become your extinction event. If underdog stories fuel your soul and overpowered glow-ups hit like dopamine, this list delivered. Subscribe, argue in the comments, and remember, today's weakest character is tomorrow's final boss.